Imagine biting into a warm, chewy cookie with a slightly crispy edge bursting with the richness of chocolate chips and a hint of vanilla. That's right, today we're making the ultimate chocolate chip cookies. These aren't just any cookies. They're the perfect balance of soft and crunchy, sweet and salty, with a mouth-watering aroma that fills the room as they bake. The taste is pure indulgence, a symphony of flavor that dances on your tongue. But don't be intimidated. Making these heavenly treats is simpler than you might think. All you need are a few basic ingredients and a bit of patience. We'll walk you through the process step by step, ensuring that you can recreate this foolproof recipe in your own kitchen. From gathering the ingredients to pulling the golden brown cookies out of the oven, we've got you covered. So, if you're ready to bake the best cookies you've ever tasted, gather your ingredients and let's dive right in. First things first, the ingredients. For these mouth-watering cookies you will need, let's start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. The bedrock of our cookies, flour gives them their structure. Then we'll need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, our leavening agent that's going to make our cookies puffy and light. We can't forget about sweetness. 1 cup of granulated sugar will do the trick, adding that classic sugary goodness we all crave. To balance out the sweetness, a half teaspoon of salt is essential. Now for the fun part, flavor. A teaspoon of pure vanilla extract will add a lovely aromatic touch, while 1 cup of chocolate chips will give us delightful pockets of melty goodness. Lastly, the binding agents, 1 large egg and half a cup of unsalted butter. These 2 will bring everything together into a cohesive dough. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, it's time to get our hands dirty and start mixing. The secret to perfect cookies lies in the preparation of the dough, so let's get started. The first step in creating our cookie dough is to combine the dry ingredients. This includes the flour, baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Make sure to sift the flour before adding it in to prevent any lumps from forming. A light, airy flour gives us a better texture in our cookies. Once our dry ingredients are combined, let's move on to the wet ingredients. Start with butter. It's important to have the butter at temperature. This allows it to blend seamlessly with the sugar, creating a smooth and creamy base. Next, add in the sugar. We're using a mix of white and brown sugar here. The white sugar will give us that crisp edge we love in cookies, while the brown sugar adds a chewy middle and a hint of caramel flavor. An important tip here, don't rush this step. Take your time to cream the butter and sugar together until the mixture is light and fluffy. This step is crucial for achieving the right consistency in our cookie dough. Once the butter and sugar are creamed together, we can add in the eggs and vanilla extract. The eggs act as a binder, holding our dough together, while the vanilla adds a hint of warmth and sweetness. At this point, we'll gradually incorporate our dry ingredients into the wet mixture. Mix just until the flour is incorporated. Over-mixing can lead to tough cookies, and we're aiming for a tender melt-in-your-mouth texture. Finally, we'll fold in our chocolate chips, ensuring they're evenly distributed throughout the dough. Once our dough prepared, it's time to let it chill in the fridge. This step is important as it allows the flavors to meld together and gives our cookies their perfect shape. Let the chill for at least 1 hour, but overnight is ideal. With our dough ready and chilling, let's preheat our oven. Now that our dough is perfectly chilled and our oven is preheated, it's time to shape and bake our cookies. Grab that dough and let's get shaping. A good tip is to use an ice cream scoop for even, round cookies. This ensures each cookie will bake evenly and at the same rate. Now let's arrange them on the baking sheet. Remember to leave some space between each cookie. They'll spread out while baking. Next, the baking. Each oven is unique, so start checking for that perfect golden brown color around the 10-minute mark. You're aiming for a nice even color on top and a slightly darker edge. This will give you a cookie that's crispy on the outside and wonderfully soft on the inside. And there you have it. Our cookies are baking in the oven, and soon we'll be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Trust me, the scent of freshly baked cookies wafting through your house is worth every second of this process. The wait is over. Our cookies are out of the oven and they smell absolutely divine. Let's take a closer look. These golden rounds are bursting with inviting melted chocolate chips. The edges are perfectly crisp, giving way to a chewy, tender center that's just the right balance of sweet. You can almost taste the rich butteriness, the hint of vanilla, and the delightful crunch of the chocolate chips. These cookies, my friends, are not just treats. They're a testament to the magic that can happen when simple ingredients come together with a bit of time and love. And the best part? They were incredibly easy to make. You saw it, didn't you? No fancy techniques, no complicated steps, just straightforward cookie making that resulted in these scrumptious bites of joy. So the next time you're craving something sweet, remember this recipe. And remember the delight of biting into your own homemade cookie. So there you have it, the ultimate chocolate chip cookies. Easy to make, but even easier to devour. Happy baking.